Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Elemental Strength podcast. My name is Vinny.
My name is Tony.
And I'm Pablo.
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 No, my name is Michael.
And we are three mates who own a powerlifting gym in Melbourne called Elemental Strength Society. And in this podcast, we talk all things powerlifting, life, and friendship.
Friendship. Best friendship, may I add. Best friends.
Hey, before we begin the episode, I want to shout out to my sister-in-law. She just recently gave birth to my new nephew, Alonzo Joaquin.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
What a name. Are you going to call him AJ?
Lonzo.
Lonzy.
Lonzo.
Lonzo.
But
Lonzo.
like AJ. Like
Yeah, he can be AJ too.
Which means king.
Really?
Is it?
Isn't that what you said? Oh, the one? Or
I don't know.
oh, I thought you said it meant king. No, okay. Never
Who
mind.
said that?
I don't know. I thought.
The second person I want to shout out is my mum. She recently just graduated.
Oh,
Whoa.
congrats,
Yeah,
Mama
she's
P.
a true inspiration to the family because she decided to study again and she completed it, and I'm really proud of her.
Oh, bless her heart. Bless her heart.
Amazing.
I want to shout out to everyone who's been listening to the podcast because we've been getting some positive feedback.
We
Mm.
have.
Yeah.
Have we?
Well, people have been actually watching through the end because,
Oh,
Stacy yesterday
wow.
picked up on the Mr. P thing. So
Oh,
that
she
means it's like
did.
she's deep into it.
Yeah.
Even I forgot that was part of the podcast.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't watch it.
That's all right. Also, shout out to my mum again because she definitely watches because she told me off for swearing on the podcast. I will
Yeah.
try my best not to, Mama.
I'll try my best not to as well.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mrs. P. I'll try my
Mrs. P.
Mama P, Mama P.
Mama P. Mama P. It was a respect thing. It was a respect thing. All right, no swearing. Let's make it. Let's try this episode.
The Pawsey family watches this, guys.
Okay, all right. Let's try to
No swearing.
no swearing. Okay.
I can click the non-explicit.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
G
Made for
rated.
kids.
Made for
Yeah.
kids. All right.
Okay, so in today's podcast, we are going to follow up with some questions that our listeners have asked us. MVP put out a question on his Instagram stories, and we had quite a few people leave some questions. So today we're going to answer them. Aren't we, Bubs? All right. First question. Maria, how did you come up with the name? And Tony Montana. What did he ask? Sorry.
Tony the Daff.
Yeah.
Not sure. You go into the next one while I look this up.
No. So it's pretty much the questions we've already answered from the previous episode.
Yes. So it was like, how did ESS start? How did you guys meet? Go
How
check
did you come
out
up with the name?
how did we come up with the name? Go watch the last episode.
Episode 4.
That was the juiciest episode we've done.
It was.
You reckon?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, fair enough.
Hot tea, hot tea.
I'll tell you.
All right, some quick fire questions because we have a lot of questions to go through. Matt, are we seeing equipped MVP on the platform?
Soon. I might actually have to train for it first before I just jump on the platform. And can you imagine me just like being on a squat suit and bench suit without a training and it just starts competing? Yeah, I'll get into it, Matt. I need to buy my equip stuff first.
Awesome. Okay,
Sorry.
Harsh, would you compete in bodybuilding and what would be the purpose for it? I would not. I'm too weak to do bodybuilding. Mentally.
Same here, to be honest. I break my diet every week, to be honest. The moment weekend comes around, man, see you later. I'm at every bakery in Melbourne.
That's life.
Almond
bro.
croissant. The almond croissant boys.
Yeah, that's it. Would you?
Yeah, I would.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
This is why he's the all-rounder. This is why he would be
Actual
physical.
man.
and-
No.
It's the hardest work in the room.
No.
It makes it a
I'm
point.
not gonna say anything.
Oh, now you're not
No,
being cocky.
I'm not gonna do it now.
But what will be the purpose for it?
Oh, look, I handled my brother for his last bodybuilding comp, and I actually was very intrigued. And I am picking up some things that he developed from his prep, right? You know, there are pros and cons to it. There's obviously the whole body image thing that you have to deal with after the over discipline of, you know, nutrition habits and stuff like that. But I do think that when it's done right and with the right mentality and expectations coming into a bodybuilding comp, it can really serve as a very good approach into just your day to day.
All right, next question is from Liz. What are your favorite warm-up for each SBD training session?
You do quite a few, don't you?
That's because I'm broken. Like my shoulders cooked, my knees cooked, my back sometimes gets cooked. So for squats, I do stationary lunges. So I do like a couple sets of lunges, nice and slow, and then I do arabesque, and then I do staggered stance.
B stance,
yeah. Yeah, just warm up the hips, warm the knees, and then
for your shoulders.
Yeah, but I spend most of the time like getting into the squat position itself. Like I'll just hold a plate and just like sit there at the bottom of a squat for a bit, and then get into it. Yeah.
Next question is from Renz, which I believe is Michael's cousin.
My cousin.
Shout out.
My cousin from Sydney.
RV, how do you even start powerlifting? Any tips for first timers wanting to get into it? Well, funny you ask, because we just started Elemental Strength School, which is a program designed for beginners. We've had a handful of students enroll, and they've started, and we've been taking them through the basics of powerlifting. So a tip for first timers is find a powerlifting gym.
Find a powerlifting gym, find a powerlifting coach. You can easily talk to me, cuzzy. You know, I've shown him around. We went back to the Philippines one time, and then we went for a gym session, and he's actually not bad. So I've been nagging them to come down to Melbourne because I think they want to build a house, and I don't know, good luck doing that in Sydney. Yeah, come down to Melbourne. Yeah, and you have access to great coaches.
Thank you, Renz.
Thank you, Renz.
Last quick fire question. Yvonne, can you please copy each other's deadlift setup? Done.
Ooh, I touched a bit.
Done.
Yeah.
We should get everyone to
We're not going to do it
each
now,
other's.
right?
No, we're not.
Okay. Oh, now?
No. There's no space.
No space.
Yeah.
It's very small. I don't know if you guys can see. It's a pretty small room.
Is that you?
What, Spider-Man?
Okay, well, I'm trying to, like, obviously down.
Yeah.
Obviously down. But, my arm. You can't see my arm.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Punch it.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah.
Michael's.
I don't show that. Oh, man.
Okay.
All
right. Now we get into the nitty gritty. Question from Aaron. Was opening a powerlifting gym what you expected it to be? If not, what can you tell us after the fact?
It's a hard one.
It's hard. I can't even remember, honestly. Like,
I'd say yes.
It's such a blur, I feel.
I'd say we have a vague idea of how we wanted to start a powerlifting gym. But in saying that, we definitely didn't know a lot of things. And we had to know how to do things along the way. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Learn on the job.
Yeah. I think the powerlifting community is pretty small. And you can easily talk to gym owners, and, you know, you can be part of a powerlifting gym and sort of see how it is, right? For what they provide and all that. And then from there, you kind of like just have to think about it yourself. But like I said, we had to learn a lot of things along the way, and we had a lot of help.
Yeah.
which we're very blessed.
I think also being, slightly more involved with like OS compared to just a regular member, I think we sort of knew that, or we had the expectation that it wasn't going to be easy. I think from the outside, it might look a little bit easy, like, oh, you just rent a warehouse, put equipment in it, and then people join and it's a great time. And, people see us, we're like always laughing at the gym. We look like we're having the best time ever. And we are.
But we're crying inside.
Yeah.
I think we hide a lot of the stress and all the, other stuff that we do for the gym quite well. And so people might not expect that there is a lot more work behind the scenes that goes into it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think, I don't know where I was going with this. But it is what we expected because we had that exposure from OS. But at the same time, we were definitely learning as we went along.
Yeah. I think this is a valuable lesson as well. Like if you guys have a goal in mind, you don't need to know everything beforehand. Like I reckon just be okay with not knowing everything and just going into it, and you'll learn on the way. Don't be paralyzed by analysis.
Yeah. All right, Kaylin, what are the challenges of owning a gym, especially those that aren't as well known, and what are the things that you gain and learn from the process? The challenges of owning a gym specifically?
You cannot please everybody.
Yeah.
You can't. You can't. As much as you want to. You would think that you would be serving people the way they want to be served, but not everyone is the same, right? I think some people prefer certain ways, and it's a constant sort of like being in the middle, making sure that everyone is being catered to as best as we can. Yeah.
I have a couple. Because powerlifting is such a small community and you are, friends with everyone, it can be hard to separate your role as the business owner and as a friend sometimes, because sometimes you want to do something that like as a friend you would do, but as a business owner it might not be the best decision, right? And I think sometimes we've had to make decisions like that. It's like, well, obviously as a friend we would do that, but for our business, like we need to, draw the line and say, no sometimes. And that can be really hard. Another challenge for me is putting on like, try to be like 100% all the time at the gym.
Right. Yeah.
Because like, everyone's human, right? You're going to have days where you're more stressed than usual. You can't always be 100%. You're not always going to be happy and joyful. Like some days you just want to curl up in bed.
Yeah.
But you still have to rock up to the gym. You still have to like show a happy face. And I think that has been a challenge for me sometimes because it's almost like I can't show my true emotions because as a business owner, you need to, and like, the face of the business, you don't want people to get the wrong impression.
Because we're definitely more vulnerable now. Like especially even say, for example, we started a podcast, people are listening to us, people are looking at us, right? And as the face of the business, right, we kind of have to present ourselves the most professional way and the most we want to be helpful, right? But sometimes when we're having a bad day, we can't we can't help but look down, right? And I think it's fine, but something we're working on.
I think like to give like specific examples. For example, when people come to the gym, we always try and say hi. Sometimes we're very dramatic with the way that we say hi to them. Like, shout out their name, clap as they come in, whatever.
Mm.
But sometimes if you're just not feeling it that day, like you can't give that same energy.
Yeah.
Like some people are gonna be like, oh, is something wrong? Like, you know,
Mm.
and it's hard. Yeah.
But our members are very understanding, and we're pretty transparent with them.
Yeah, I hope they understand that we have bad days too.
Do you have like a specific challenge that you think that
I think I can't really think of any right now.
is the best?
He's just like,
I'm just perfect.
every
Nothing's
day's
a
a
challenge.
dream.
Well, look, like the challenges of owning a business are actually the blessings, as well. So
Yeah, I think we need to have more of Tony's mentality.
I know.
like every time I'm like, oh man, like I'm so sorry.
Oh,
What?
strike.
Oh,
What happened?
I saw.
Swore.
Oh,
Sorry, Mama P. Sorry. Every time I'm like, like I got, this is going on right now. It's stressing us out. I'm like, we are doing what we love. Like this is actually my dream come true. Like I'm living the dream that I've always like dreamt of. So, and then it just it's fine after that.
yeah. So we can't take it for granted.
Can't take it for granted.
Yeah.
But I get it. Like it is stressful sometimes and very hard on the heart.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys felt this in a way. There was one time it clicked, right, that we have all these responsibilities now. We're looking after a lot of people. Everyone's sort of counting on us. And to maybe provide an example of what you were trying to say is I felt like whenever people are messaging me, it just felt like sometimes they just want something from you. You know what I mean? And I can't help but feel like, when you have that much responsibilities and you're stressed about a lot of things, it just feels like sometimes that no one's really checking up on you anymore. And like whenever someone actually reaches out, it's always like, what do you want?
Right.
What do you want? And I feel like that's probably why I can feel like, you might see me feel like I'm in a negative mood, which, like I said, like it's something that we're working on. I think right now I'm in a very personal development type of phase right now. I'm going back to the books that I've been like reading in the past and stuff like that, just to like, remind myself you don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep growing.
Heavy. Beautiful. I mean, it's something that I like that you do. Like, and I know we take it as a joke, but you ask us, "What are you grateful for today?" And it sort of puts you in that mindset of, "What am I grateful for today?"
Yeah.
And like you get into that gratitude sort of mindset.
Yeah. Well, because like I think a lot of the things that a lot of the problems of the world, if you think about it, a lot of the problems of the world are based upon complaints. We complain about something, right? We don't like it. We stand up for something that we want to fight for, and as a result, we have conflict with people. This is how war starts, right?
Right.
But if you think about the things that you don't complain about, if you think about the opposite, like what are you grateful for, then it puts you in a different perspective. And I think I'm trying my best not to complain about anything anymore and just be a little bit more understanding. And I think now that I'm sort of conscious of doing that as well, whenever I see someone complain about a lot of things, I feel like, man, I really want to help this person to just be a little bit more positive. And because it, like, if you're going to be negative about something, it sort of affects a lot of people, the people that you're hanging out with. Like it puts the energy down, right? And it puts you in a mood where, okay, we're fighting for something now, right? Rather than it's a great day, like, we can move forward, we can be positive, we can achieve something today. It's I think that's why I kind of like doing that with people.
No, it's nice.
I like it. Well, on a more positive note, question from Tina. Favorite thing about being a gym owner?
Oh, we're my best friends, guys. Marco's my best friend. Vinny's my best friend. She doesn't like what I say. She's my best friend, but we're just like Harry Potter, Hermione, Harry and Ron. think of them, but doubled times a million. We're even closer than them. We're even closer than them. Man. Think of your 3 closest people. We're closer. Don't even try.
The way I see a relationship is the hangover. We're the 3 best friends. You know,
Yeah.
have you seen?
Yeah. I have. Yeah. I got it. No, I got it.
Damn.
So.
Damn.
But they're a little chaotic. I feel like.
Well, I think that's us too. I guess not. We're a lot more organized.
We're a lot more organized.
Yep.
A lot more organized.
She has no comment.
So uncomfortable.
She has no
Comfortable.
comment.
Yes. Words of affirmation.
Is not her thing.
It's not my thing, guys. I don't like it.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
ew. Ugh. What are you talking about? Best friends. All right.
What the?
All right. Favorite thing.
Is that actually?
I promise.
Make it up?
No, I promise. I promise.
Tina's like, what's the answer?
No, it's definitely one of my favorite things.
I think one of my favorite things about being a gym owner is seeing people make genuine connections with each other.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that's one of the highlights of since opening this gym is people coming in, not knowing anyone, making friends to the point where they're going and hanging out with each other outside of the gym. Like, that just shows that people really care and people really want to spend time with each other, right? Even recently, one of our members, Lisa, she organized a day for the girls. We all went out, nothing powerlifting related. We just went out for brunch and it was a really, really nice day. You know, some of the girls that maybe hadn't spent as much time with each other still came and, you know, got closer with each other. And I kind of stepped back from that day feeling like really grateful that, you know, our members really care about each other.
Mm-hmm.
They want to, you know, get to know each other. And it was really funny because at the brunch day, when we all sat down, we were like, okay, let's go around the table and introduce ourselves. And like, it was really, and like say something interesting about yourself.
Wow.
And so we all came out and we learned something new about each other. And it was like really,
That's
it was so
cute.
wholesome. It was
Yeah.
such a wholesome day. And it just made me like, oh, it made my heart so full.
Yeah.
We gotta do something for the boys.
Yeah, we do. I really love that.
Yeah.
I know I joke about what was my invite, but like,
When you grow your sideburn, you can tuck it
Well,
behind your ear
well.
and you'll get your invite.
Oh, I say less. But I love that sisterhood, and I love girls supporting girls from the gym because gyms can be very intimidating. Yeah. What's your favorite?
My favorite.
Yeah,
My thing for the gym.
Yeah.
Both of your favorites.
Mm.
I also love hanging out with my best friends. You know, when you finally found out that you're you're now working to do what you want to do. It doesn't feel like a job anymore. I feel like it's happening. That's something I love.
I haven't so far like once woken up and been like, I have to go to the gym today. And like I used to work in corporate, which is basically how I wake up every day. And like that just like shifts something in your mindset, and like you just have so many more positive days.
Yep, I love that. And I also love, I love like what you said, like again, like making connections with people that you don't think you're ever gonna speak to, but then, you know, all of a sudden they're in front of you and you have to make a conversation and you get along with them. And maybe the last thing I would say is the self-discovery that I see with people, like people discovering themselves through the pursuit of lifting, and you know, when they start lifting, they never thought that they would actually take it seriously. Now they want to compete. Now they're realizing how their true potential, and and it becomes a lifestyle for them. It becomes part of their daily routine, and if you're part of someone's daily routine, that means you're important to them.
All right, next two questions are actually kind of related to each other. So first question is from Yvonne. Biggest achievement so far as athletes. So like dots, numbers, placings, comps, etc. And part two is from Kwan, who asks proudest moment from your coaching career.
Oh,
So like what's your biggest achievement as an athlete and your proudest moment as a coach?
Tony, start.
okay. Well, my biggest achievement so far as an athlete is my national record.
Oh, it is.
No, that's my phone. It dropped.
Oh.
Wow, we have the national record holder amongst us.
Yeah. Which lived? How
Deadlift.
much?
Deadlifted 321 kilos
Woo!
It's my boy.
in the 93 kilo class.
It's my best friend.
Stop it.
You're right.
Yeah. And
Amazing.
I am still yet to beat that, but I know it's coming soon. I know it's coming soon.
Yeah. Very soon.
Yeah. Do you guys want to, what about?
That's your athlete. That's
Yeah.
your biggest athlete.
Yeah.
What about you? Is this powerlifting or badminton? Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I haven't achieved anything in powerlifting that is like makes me as proud as some of the things that I achieved as a junior when I played badminton. So do I talk about powerlifting still?
Up to you now. Talk about badminton. This is.
I think when I came runner-up at Oceania Juniors,
Oh.
Juniors is under 19. I was only 16 at the time.
Mm.
And it was like just a really big achievement. I think it's like the road to the finals, I somehow managed to beat a lot of higher up ranking girls and somehow made it to the final. And like, even though I didn't actually win, like it was still one of the biggest achievements. I think also making it to Commonwealth Youth Games.
Wow.
It was like, that was such an experience. And like, I feel so privileged to have had that experience for someone so young.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people get that chance.
Yeah.
And to, be part of the games, be living in the athlete village, be amongst like such, talented athletes that are, some of them are now like, world champions.
Damn.
That is insane.
So like, just that experience, like I'm just really grateful for it.
I want to twist this question a little bit just for you because I feel like this question is more for me as a coach. What would the equivalent be in powerlifting for you to feel this type of achievement that you've reached in badminton?
That's a good question.
So would you also want to represent Australia internationally? Would you want to win nationals? Do you want to hit specific numbers in powerlifting?
I'm really not sure.
I mean, that's maybe something we can discuss because I feel like that's important. If your self-fulfillment as an athlete is through a sport that you're not currently doing right now, I think it might be a good thing to sort of think about what would the equivalent be.
I think my mindset at the moment is, though, like I don't think powerlifting will ever be as hard as badminton. And so if I don't achieve as much as I do in powerlifting as I did in badminton, like I'm okay with that.
Do you think maybe if you sort of put the same mindset you had as an athlete in badminton into powerlifting, right? Because I feel like we can't water down powerlifting like that. Like you can be a serious powerlifter.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? And
I just don't think I'm at that level. You know what I mean? Like,
well, did you ever think that you will be in badminton when you were a kid, when you were a junior?
Yeah. It's different. Yeah, it's a different mindset. Yeah.
Fair enough.
So what was your biggest achievement as an athlete?
I might partially answer the second question as well.
Okay.
Well, as an athlete, I recently just hit my biggest total in competition. It is a local comp. I don't know, maybe because I still consider myself as an athlete and as a powerlifter, but I don't know about you guys, but I've really invested in the coaching thing now. And I feel like I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I definitely identify myself as someone who cares about my athlete's result more than my own result. So maybe, yeah, I would say my biggest total so far, which is my recent comp, but it's sort of like in the same level as my achievement when I went 9 for 9 as an athlete and then coach in the morning session, and then my clients went really well as well. That's like my second or third last comp. And I don't know which one's more important for me, or like not important, but like more special for me. The second place in team champs is, I mean, a good achievement, I would say, because it's such a large amount of people that we're competing against, and it's like, I know it's bragging rights, right? Like, who's the best club in that competition? But I don't know. It's really hard to answer this question. I feel like powerlifting career is it needs to be longer for you to be able to tell my biggest achievement in my powerlifting career is this, because our powerlifting career has barely started. We've been in the game since 2016, but I wouldn't say that's a long-term career.
Like, we started powerlifting in, you 2016, us 2017.
Yeah.
And I still haven't powerlifted longer than I played badminton.
Yeah. Exactly, right? Like, when I think career, I think 15, 20 years. And I don't know, or maybe on top of this question, I'm sorry to who asked this?
This is
Yvonne and Kwan.
Yeah, I don't know. I might be hijacking this question, but do you see yourself powerlifting / coaching in the next 10 years?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, 100%. Okay. Yeah.
How old will I be? 40.
We'll be uncles by then.
Won't you guys be dads by then as well?
Yeah, but uncle is cool. Less responsibility.
To be honest,
Yes.
I really don't know.
Yeah.
But that's purely because, like, I am a female and I do want to start a family one day, and I just don't know what that looks like.
Yes.
I don't know what the future looks like. That's it. That's really it.
And I want to say that's completely okay.
Yeah.
And if you say you are now, that you are wanting to become a powerlifting coach again in the next 10 years, that's fine if your answer changes. That's actually fine. Like, that's totally fine. And I don't want us to think that we're failures if we're not powerlifting coaches anymore for the next 5 years. It's fine. If we don't own Elemental anymore in the next 7-8 years, that's fine. I think, like I said, for you to be able to call something your career, you need to be in it for a long run. Next question.
Oh wait, we still haven't answered the proudest moment as
as a coach. Yeah.
Oh.
I partially
That's a
answered
hard one. Yeah.
I can answer.
Yeah, you go.
For me, proudest moment as a coach, I think we have the opportunity, I'll say, to influence the aspect of someone's life, or many aspects of someone's life. Obviously, their physical health. We help them get stronger, we help them build muscle, help them improve their cardio, if they so choose. Mental health, we help them improve their self-confidence. We help them push the boundary of what they believe they can do. But also the social aspect as well. I think like tied to having a gym, like I mentioned before, seeing people make connections with each other, seeing people come out of their shell. I think that's one of why I love coaching so much.
Yeah.
And there's not really one specific, coaching moment where it's like, oh, this person, hit a record, this person did 9 for 9. For me, it's not that. It's like just all encompassing.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your personal achievement as a coach doesn't have to be a result. It can be like the progress, right? Like someone's progress, someone's growth. Yeah, it doesn't always have to be an outcome. Yeah. What about you, Terry?
I think I'm the same. I think my proudest coaching moments are when I help facilitate my clients' self-growth through the pursuit of strength, like you mentioned before. I'll give an example. Like one of my clients before COVID competed at a very high level, very, very competitive.
Yeah.
And then COVID happened, some injuries happened, and he was like at the top of the world before, and then all this stuff started happening. Struggled with some mental health stuff for quite a bit, and it was concerning the people around him. Fast forward to today, he's just a lot happier. He's even stronger. He's more motivated in the gym, much more mature, and I think just seeing that sort of growth, him picking himself up, and just being able to be there with him through those years, I think is like the most fulfilling part of this job.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. I think like our job is to just make you believe in yourself. Like it's not even. I think all praise goes to the client. Yeah. We're just here to help you see your potential, but like the potential is already within you.
Amen.
Apologies for the audio. It will have cut out for however much amount of time.
But we're back.
All right.
We're back.
As you guys all coach each other, how do you find each other's coaches?
Okay.
So
Context?
Yeah. Both of us are coached by Michael.
Yes.
And I coach Michael.
Yes. Michael and I are best friends. And
we're all best friends.
We're all best friends. The three of us, besties, just a group of besties doing bestie things. We just love each other so much. And there's a lot of banter and a lot of like giggling and goofing around and stuff, dilly-dallying, tomfoolery at the gym between Michael and I. But when we get down to business, it's like Michael puts on his coaching hat, and it's like he puts it on. It's like a top hat, and he's very like in coach mode, and I'm very in athlete mode, sort of. And then outside of that, we can go back to sort of joking about. But when we're talking about training and the plan and stuff, and I find it's interesting because we're able to switch from that. Like you wouldn't even. It's like two completely different people.
Really?
Yeah. Like when you're serious and you're like talking.
That's your drama.
Yeah.
Skills coming through. I can definitely say I've learnt more from Michael as my coach as I think Michael has learnt from me as his coach. I think Michael is just he's one of the best coaches, guys. And I don't say that lightly. I think he does the human side of coaching really well. He's obviously, he knows his stuff, right? He knows his programming. He knows how to get the best out of you. But I think the human side of coaching is like where he really excels. He knows how to approach you in a way that doesn't feel like he's talking down on you.
Mm.
And he just finds ways to talk to you to get through to you and get the best out of you, I think.
No, I absolutely agree. Yeah.
This is weird because these two fools usually like
I never
bully
say
me.
anything nice about Michael.
Yeah. No, that's weird.
Why is it weird?
Well, because normally you would make fun of me and
I can go back to that.
I wanted to change. We can go back to that.
well, I am being coached by Vinning, and Vinning mentioned that I don't learn as much as she learns from me, but I disagree. Yeah, I definitely learn from a lot of my athletes, but obviously as Vinning, as my coach, well, the reason why I hired Vinning as a coach is
Hired.
well, what's the,
That's just funny.
Well,
We coach each other.
yeah, I
We hide each
hired
other.
you. I hired you as my coach. I think Vinning is definitely someone I respect because obviously we've known each other for so long. I've been coached by many smart individual people, you know, from Andrew Tang, from Brandon Lowe, from Kristen Dunsmore, from Drake, and then Vinning. I think Vinning, I've known Vinning the longest out of all those people. And I think there's something about building connections that I feel like Vinning can get to me a lot easier than someone who's a lot more professional, because a lot of people when you're looking for a coach, we're looking for a specific something, right? That's why when I recommend people coaches, I always ask, what are you looking for? Are you looking for the programming aspect? Are you looking for like a biomechanic aspect? Are you looking for like a good coach who can really talk to you about like your athlete psychology? Are you looking for a coach that is a good competition game day handling coach? You know, I think what I need for me is accountability, and Vinny can definitely make me accountable because she like fucking slaps me in the face if like, hey man, what are you doing? Like, what, you're being silly right now. And she is very professional. I know, again, we're mates, we're best friends. We're best friends, and she again, she also puts the coaching hat on when she needs to. And I feel like she's someone that I can really share my personal problems with. And yeah, that's why I think Vinning's one of the best coach, because she's ready for me to give all that information, and she can really filter it out and then transmit an action out of all that stuff. But I'm really proud of you guys as athletes as well. I feel very blessed that I'm working with you guys.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
It's very.
Yeah. Good question.
I have a mini
I
question.
hate getting personal. Anyway.
I have a mini question. So, do you feel like it's important to get along with your coach? As in, like, you know, if it's like if you're just there for programming, is it important to get along with him? Like, not that you clash heads, but like if you don't feel that close with them, is that okay?
You getting along meaning?
I just mean like you're not mates. Like you're not.
Like in a personal level.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
you
obviously you have to get along with anyone you work with, right? Yeah. But like, I think you mean.
Do you have to have that personal sort of connection?
Again, it depends. My answer would be it depends, because like some people just really wants that straightforward. What am I doing today? Like, I don't even want to do RP. Like, just tell me what I'm lifting today, right? Like, straight away spoon feeding, right? And not to say that it's the most optimal way of coaching someone, but if that's what they're asking for, that's what you're gonna give. You know what I mean? So it really depends. I know that's a boring question answer. What do you think?
I think as a coach, it's like, well, what type of coach do you want to be? You know, like the type I the type of coach that I want to be does want to be close with my clients. Because at the end of the day, it helps you like make more informed decisions about how to coach them.
Right.
Not just the programming side, but like how to get the best out of them, how to, like, if something's going on in their life, what do you need to change?
Right.
What is the different approach that you need to use with this athlete as compared to someone else?
Yeah. Like it's an all-encompassing thing.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and naturally, people will go to the coach who are displaying the qualities they like. One thing that is a big problem in the fitness industry is the halo effect. Like you guys are aware of the halo effect?
No.
So it's the phenomenon when people tend to bias people that are more attractive.
Right.
Attractive in a way in fitness, in our coaching business, it's like people who are stronger, people who have more followers, people who are shredded, people who have like, you know, they give those people the authority for them to believe whatever they say.
Yeah.
So that's the halo effect. Like, oh, this person is a lot stronger. I actually think he's right. Whereas someone might actually look less attractive, and but that person might actually be the best person for you because he's gone through or she's gone through the same sort of experience that you've had. Or this person is a lot better for you because they're a lot more adaptable for certain individuals. But like the halo effect is very prominent right now, and people sort of just go with the people who they think, oh man, I want to be like him. So I'm going to go to him. I want to be like her. I want to go to her. So yeah, I think if you really do your research and you talk to the person that you want to be coached by, then that's going to provide you a lot more of a better service for yourself.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. That was a good answer.
Next question. What do you guys think about before your heavy lifts? I think when you get to your heavy lifts, like thinking less cues is better. I think at that point when you're getting to your heavy lift, it's just about execution. It can be really hard to execute a heavy lift when your brain is thinking about 5 cues that you want to implement. When really you should think about all of that stuff before, in your warm-ups, in your secondary days, tertiary days, so that when you get to your heavy lifts on your main day, it's just about execution. There could be maybe 1 or 2 main cues that you need to think about because those are the most important ones for you to execute your lift, right? But it's at that point you should be thinking about, all right, let's just do it.
Yeah.
Let's be strong. Let's push hard, you know?
Yeah. For me, I think visualization is a big thing. Like it's such a powerful tool. Like even visualization and like self-confidence. I think just the moment you start doubting whether it's going to go up or not, you're going to be looking for the moment where it starts to slow down. And then when it starts to slow down, it's like, oh, like here it is. Here's the moment. Like it's, I'm not prepared for this moment. It's not there, you know? So believe in yourself and just visualize it. It's like when it comes to heavy lifting, it's like arousal levels is a big thing. I think you've spoken to me about this a lot of times. Like sometimes I like to talk a lot at the gym, and like I get distracted very easily, and then I notice it when after we had that chat about me like switching on like high arousal levels, like let's actually get to work. Then I've noticed a big improvement in my heavy lifts.
I think visualization is a massive tool that I use as well. I think the key with visualization though is not to focus on the outcome, but definitely the process. So for example, if you're doing a heavy squat, you're not focusing on at the end like, oh, doing the heaviest squat you've ever done as fast as possible. That's not what you're visualizing. What you're visualizing is your setup, how the bar feels on your back when you unrack it, how the walkout is going to be. It's going to be heavy. It's the heaviest thing you've ever done in your life. So don't expect it to be super, super light. Expect it to be heavy, but how are you going to control it? How are you going to settle yourself? How's the bar going to feel settled on your back?
Yeah.
And then when you visualize doing the lift as well. Again, you're not visualizing it being the easiest lift you've ever done in your life.
Yeah.
You're visualizing, okay, how am I going to stay balanced? How is my bracing going to feel?
Yeah.
How am I going to push out of the hole?
Yeah.
That's how you visualize.
That's why Vinning's such a good coach.
Yeah. Goated coach. One of the best.
Yeah. To add on top of that, visualization is big, something we always talk about. Another thing we're big on talking with our athletes is pre-performance routine, and not to be extra, to look cool on the platform or anything, but there has been enough evidence that pre-performance routine definitely improves your consistency in heavy force output type of movements, like obviously squat, bench, and deadlift. And also, but the thing is with pre-performance routine, I think one thing that I always sort of go through with my athletes is, why are we doing it in the first place, right? Like, you're not just doing it for the sake of like looking cool or anything like that. We're trying to achieve something, whether it's positioning or like your ability to put force into the ground or something like that, something. And this would lead back to what Vinny was saying is, when we're doing heavy lifts, we kind of don't want to think about the cues. When we're sort of building a pre-performance routine, we build that autonomy in our movements. You sort of like, again, I don't like using the term muscle memory, but it's almost like a routine for you that like you get into the state of flow. Like you get into the state of flow, and then you're realizing that, I'm already where I need to be, and I can just perform now. I just need to lift, right? And then that's how we minimize those cues. We get into that state of flow through our pre-performance routine. All of a sudden, we're very effective. We're very efficient. That's why I said, like, that's hard. I don't think of anything when I'm lifting. I'm like, I don't know. And then on top of that, again, Tony was talking about you regulating yourself so that you can lift optimally. Like, when do you find is the start of your lift? Is it just before you get into the bar, or is it way before that? Is it when you put on your headphones? Is it when you're sort of visualizing? Is that the start of the lift for you? So it's different for everyone. It's different for the level of athlete you are. But it's good to actually recognize what it is. Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right. Choose one goated. Sorry, this is also from Yvonne. Choose. Oh my God, I'm speaking for too long. Choose one goated comp day food must have. For me, lollies. I mean, lollies is a must, right?
Yeah. What lollies?
I love myself some what are they called?
Sour?
Trolleys.
Sour Patches. I keep wanting to call them sour babies, and I'm like, they're not sour babies.
There is sour babies though. I'm pretty sure. Is it?
Yeah, but it's Sour Patch Kids. Yeah. I also love bread top.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you get from bread top?
I love a good pineapple bun. Just anything. I just feel like it's tasty, it's carby, it's easy to go down. Some people have like cereal, some people have like rice, but for me, like, I need something easy. I need to get food in me quick.
Yeah. I feel that.
And highly palatable.
That's important. My God.
So when I'm refeeding, say for example, I had to cut weight and I really need to immediately put on weight after weigh-in. I mean, I feel like this is too common already, like banana Powerade and
those are your must-haves,
must-haves.
non-negotiables.
Okay, so are we looking for
this is like fun, like
fun?
yeah.
Well, if I'm like just snacking, my way through the comp because I have nothing better to do, Tim Tams.
No,
Tim Tams.
Really?
Yeah, I love chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't it get all like in
Yeah,
your mouth?
there.
No?
You have water.
Oh, okay, to wash it down. Okay.
Yeah, it's just comfort food, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not purely performance. Maybe like, it's high in energy, but like not really. I just really like eating it. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Oh wait, maybe Yvonne did mean something that was like
Performance?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, she said goated. I don't know.
It could be either.
Open for interpretation.
Yeah.
It's all right.
For me, lollies. I like sour lollies.
Babies?
Yeah. Yeah. And not chocolate. I thought
I don't eat chocolate.
I love chocolate. Like I will. It's a crack for me. I will.
Wow.
Oh, sorry.
Wow, I didn't know.
What's that? What's that?
I don't know either. I just heard someone say it once. I don't know what it is. But no, it is like I will.
Oh no, your phone. Oh, sorry.
What's it?
I will kill for chocolate.
Wow, you should have told me. I have a lot of chocolate downstairs.
Oh well, don't mind if I do. What's your goated post comp feed?
Ooh.
Hey, the last one we did was really good. We had steak.
Yeah.
We had steak, bro.
Juicy steak.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't usually do that. We usually go for like burgers or kebabs or something, pizza. But man, having steak right after that comp was just hit the spot for me. Yeah. Parma,
Okay. Yeah.
like universal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see that.
Pancake parlor.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like after a comp, I don't know, for some reason I just need something heavy.
Pancakes aren't heavy?
Yeah, but they're all carbs and fat.
You want a bit of protein?
Like I want a bit of protein, yeah.
Oh,
You know.
fair enough.
I like a big bowl of pho.
Hey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like you're hungover.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Next, a final question from Yvonne. How do you guys differentiate life with each other as coach, business, partners, friends?
I see our meetings as us hanging out. Yeah, we're just like hanging out, we're like talking about business, and it's like sort of like intertwined. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it's hard, hey?
Keep it.
Because, yeah, you're right. We are friends, but we are also business partners. I'm not sure if we differentiate it. I think something that we are planning on doing, and we have spoken about wanting to do something like this, but is to spend time with each other outside of the gym. So we've like talked about going on, having dinner, with our partners, just outside the gym. We want to go camping this year.
Yeah.
And just like sort of take ourselves outside of the gym and just hang out as friends.
Yeah.
Because it is hard to. I don't think we can at this point. Like when we're constantly at the gym, or our conversations are always about what we're doing for the gym. It's hard.
Yeah.
We have to carve out time to actually just be friends. But it's a good thing as well, because it makes working with each other easier, because we do enjoy working with each other and it is a fun time.
Because we're
Best friends. We I know we've drained it. We've
Okay,
actually
sorry.
drained best friends.
Nah, people still want to hear
Yeah.
Next question. Jaden, what is the coaching protocol post-comp? What is your take on back-to-back prep?
That kind of relates to what you were talking about last episode.
Mm.
Yeah. We were talking about like people sometimes perceive powerlifting training as just prepping for the next comp.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I don't mind back-to-back comps if there's a reason for it.
yeah.
Yeah, there's no issue with that.
A lot of people, that's the goal. Like, you know, they would qualify for nationals through a local comp and they would do a national comp right after that. If they win the national comp, they might prepare for an international comp. And there's nothing wrong with that. In that case, then yeah, you're sort of expected to go from prep to prep. And that's normal in a powerlifting preparation, I guess. Training always needs to have a purpose, right? I think when we're training, we are improving something, whether it be, just strength, cardio, whatever. Like I'm talking in general, not just powerlifting, right? When we go into the gym, we're trying to improve something. Now, I always ask my athletes where their head is after a competition because it can vary. Like maybe the competition prep might have been too fatiguing mentally, not just physically, but mentally, that they want to take a break from the intensity of competing. Okay. From there, we can maybe look for other ways to improve something else. Do you guys have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I think what I liked that you said was that you check in on them after comp because
Yeah,
obviously their goals
sure.
will change 100%, or like it could say the same, but you have to check in.
Yeah, it doesn't have to change. Like the goals doesn't have to change. We can seek for, like, we can improve that goal or something. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or we can continue to get to that goal.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, just depends on the goals.
Yeah.
Some people want to get straight back into it, which is great. But then some people need a break, which is also fine.
Yeah.
Last two questions are from Fiona. How long did it take until gym felt like a natural part of daily life? Does she mean like training?
Yeah, training. Like,
I
you
thought
know, when
she
you
meant,
first
like,
started training.
owning the gym.
Oh, that's my interpretation of it. I think
Oh, okay.
that
Yeah.
probably makes more sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours makes sense. Yep.
Yeah.
Gym felt like natural part of daily life.
Ah.
What do they say? It takes 20, how many days?
40 days
to build a habit.
Develop a habit.
I think if you're someone who's trying to get into the gym and trying to make a natural part of your daily life, but maybe struggling, is setting a goal first that's achievable, that gives you a schedule that is integrated into your life. So say you work 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, right? And you have some commitments on, or maybe Friday nights are you always hang out with your friends, for example. Well, then build that into your life, into your gym schedule. Okay, well then if I know that I can't gym on Fridays, and I know that sometimes Saturdays I'm not free as well. Well then, if you're starting off, maybe make it a goal for you to, okay, let's do gym 3 days a week. 3 days a week, and I'm going to do it Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. No exceptions, right? If a friend comes up to you and says and wants to hang out on a Tuesday night, be like, sorry, I've got gym tonight.
Yeah.
If you wanted to make it a part of your daily life, then it needs to be part of your daily life.
Right.
You need to plan it. You need to have a strategy. And obviously there are exceptions, right? Like if it's a Tuesday night, it's your friend's birthday. Don't be like, sorry, I got gym. Like there's exceptions to the rule, obviously. But if you really want to make it a habit, give yourself a plan and stick to it as best you can. And something that's achievable, right? Like you don't have to be someone that goes from no gym days a week to all of a sudden 60 gym days a week, because that's not achievable.
Exactly.
That doesn't fit anyone's schedule. Pick 3 days, stick to it.
Yeah. I mean, setting goals is something that we can discuss in a more detailed manner. Because I feel like this is massive. Like there's so much to it. I feel like a lot of people, when we hear New Year's resolution and all that stuff, I feel like people sort of just go ham, and it's like, how the hell do you want to achieve that? And then they're not really thinking throughout the process of it. And I think you've probably heard this a lot of times now, that it's probably best to come up with a goal that is more progress driven or process driven than an outcome driven goal. And if your goal is to make the gym routine part of your life, then think about the process, and don't think of it as like, okay, me being in the gym 5 times a week means I've ticked that box. I think it's a little bit hard to make it a concrete goal if you're going to make it like that.
You have to break it down a little bit.
Have micro goals in terms of how you want to achieve that.
And last movie, we're going to end on something not gym related. Best movie you guys have watched so far this year?
June 2.
I watched it too.
Crazy.
So good.
Crazy,
if you watched the first one and was like, meh.
2 wraps
watch
it
the
up
second
nicely.
one. Yeah. Have you watched it at all?
Have you watched it? Oh, actually, no. A Man in Love.
Is this
on
the one
Netflix.
where you like
Bro,
bulge your
I
eyes out?
bawled my eyes out.
Is this the one that's
just staring at it.
Chinese?
Yeah. Like, if you guys aren't into like foreign movies, grow up. But it is honestly so beautiful. So beautiful. I highly recommend it. Yeah. Best movie I've watched all year. Yeah.
What about you? Maybe not movie, or like TV show or something. You really liked what's it called? Brother Son?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad. Yeah. Not bad.
Apparently that one isn't renewed for a second season.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Didn't like it that much then.
That was good. It was really good.
Is that the end, guys?
All right.
This has been a really long episode. We tried to answer your questions as best as possible. Michael is dreading having to edit this.
Lots of highs and lows, yeah?
But it's all right. We'll help you out. We'll help you out. She'll be right. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.
Stay in your element.